he'll wave up all his friends to greet. Barney, Barney, he likes to hear a story or two. Barney, Barney, he wants to be a friend to you.
Hello boys and girls, and welcome to the Barney Bear Club. Here's Barney, but I'm afraid he's sleeping at the moment. I'll just see if I can wake him up. Barney, I'm going to wake up, the boys and girls are here. Oh, that's a big yawn. Boys and girls are here to hear another story. Would you like to hear another story? Right, have you brought your bag with you today? Special Barney bag? That's a smart bag, isn't it? Shall we see what's inside? Oh, it's another bag. Oh, this looks an interesting bag, Barney. What kind of bag is this? It's a rucksack. Oh, that looks very nice. Looks useful. It's a bag that you put on your back. Oh, that's very good. So you use it when you go on journeys? Yeah. And what kind of things will you put in your rucksack? Some food and some water? Yes. Anything else you might put in it? A map? Oh, so you know which way to go. Yeah. Oh, that's very clever. Oh, I see, it goes on your back like that through your arms. That's very good. What else would be inside it? Oh, some extra clothes. Yes. Oh, I like that bag, Barney. Right, well today's story is about a man who went on a journey, and his name was Jonah. Right, let's fetch Jonah. Would you like to hold Jonah? There he is. Now, one day God said to Jonah, I want you to go to a place called Nineveh and tell all the people there that I'm not very pleased with them because they're doing bad things. But Jonah thought about it and he was a bit stubborn. Is that your stubborn face, Barney? With your nose in the air? Yes. Well, Jonah decided he didn't want to go to Nineveh, and so he decided to run away from God, and he decided he was going to go to a place called Tarshish instead. So off went Jonah, and he went and he got on a boat to sail for Tarshish. And here's the boat. Can you see, Barney? It's a boat with oars. Yeah. Now, but something terrible happened. While Jonah was on the boat, there was a big storm. Have you ever been on a boat when there's a big storm? Oh, this is what happens to you, Barney. Oh, it's very rough, and the waves are lashing over the shore, and the wind's howling. Oh, are you holding your nose, Barney? In case you get swept overboard. Oh, that's a clever thing to do. And while the winds were howling and the waves were lashing over the boat, guess what Jonah was doing? He was fast asleep at the bottom of the boat. That's quite amazing, isn't it? Yes. Meanwhile, all the sailors were all scared. They were saying, what can we do? If we're not careful, the boat's going to sink. So they all started praying to their God. And then somebody noticed that Jonah was asleep in the bottom of the boat, and they went and woke him up. Come on, Jonah, wake up, they said. We need to know why there's a big storm. But then Jonah owned up and he said, well, they said it's my fault because I'm running away from God. So the sailors said to Jonah, what can we do to stop this storm? And Jonah said, well, there's only one thing for it. You're going to have to throw me overboard. Oh, but the sailors didn't want to do that. They didn't want to throw him over because he could drown. So they rowed harder. That's it, you do some rowing, Barney. They rowed harder and they tried to get to shore, but the weather was so bad that they just couldn't make it. So in the end, they decided they'd got to throw Jonah overboard. Let's throw him overboard then, Barney. 1, 2, 3. And he went into the sea. But God was there for Jonah, and a big fish came up and it swallowed him. That's surprising, isn't it? Yeah, and Jonah was inside the stomach of a big fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Do you think it might be smelly though? It could be. And while he was in there, he had time to think. Yes, and he had time to pray to God. And he said he was sorry to God, and he thanked God for looking after him in the storm. And then an amazing thing happened. Let's have a look at the next picture. Can you see that big fish? The big fish went and he spat Jonah out onto the shore. And Jonah was fine. And then what do you think Jonah decided to do? That's right, he decided to go to Nineveh and do what God wanted him to do. Here he is. So off he went to Nineveh, and he went through the streets in Nineveh, and God told Jonah to say, tell all the Ninevites 40 days, and if they don't change, then Nineveh will be destroyed. What does destroyed mean? Well, Barney, it means that Nineveh wouldn't be there anymore. So a lot of people would be killed. Yes. So that's what Jonah did. He did what God asked him to. And the news even reached the king. So even the king knew what Jonah was telling everybody. And the king said to everybody, right, it's time to stop doing all the bad and wicked things that you're doing, and we must all pray to God and ask him to forgive us. So they all prayed, and God decided that he wouldn't destroy Nineveh after all. That was all because of Jonah, and because he did what God wanted him to, and he obeyed God. And God looked after him through the storm, didn't he? And he looked after him in the whale. Do you like that story, Barney? Do you like the pictures in the book? Yes, it's nice to have a storybook with pictures in, isn't it? Shall we wave goodbye to the boys and girls now? Goodbye, boys and girls. See you next time.
His name is Barney, Barney, the nicest bear you ever could meet. Barney, Barney, he'll